Hello fellow travelers, today I'm in historic Yale, and while here I wanted to dig into an incident that happened not too far from here. I'm talking about Jacko, the wild ape boy. Let's go explore.
On July 4th, 1884, a British Columbia newspaper called the Daily Colonist ran a story about a gorilla that was supposedly caught near Yale, British Columbia.
And it would have been one of these rail tunnels just north of Yale where Jacko was first discovered.
The event was said to have taken place on June 30th, 1884, when railwaymen working 20 miles north of Yale saw a wild man injured and laying close to the tracks. It's said that they blew a whistle and applied the train brakes, and the creature jumped up and climbed a steep bluff. Conductor C.J. Craig and a few others gave chase, and after about 5 minutes were able to trap the creature on a ledge. Craig is said to have thrown a rock which knocked it out, allowing him to haul it back down to the train on a rope. The creature was taken back to the town of Yale, tied up in a baggage car, and was kept in Yale for the next several days, where it adopted the name Jacko. The creature was described as of the gorilla type, standing about 4 feet 7 inches tall and weighing approximately 127 pounds. Its body was covered in glossy hair about an inch long, although its hands and feet were hairless, and its forearms extended much longer than typical humans. The newspaper described Jacko as perhaps the last remnant of a prehistoric race, or the missing link. Just days after the original article was published, a counter-article in the Mainland Guardian newspaper stated that no such animal was caught. And a further follow-up article on July 11th stated that some 200 people had gone to the jail to view Jacko. However, when they arrived, they found that the only wild man there was a self-proclaimed governor of the jail, who wasn't gorilla-like in the least. From that point on, the fate of Jacko becomes unclear. Reports that Jacko was sent to a jail in New Westminster turned out to be false, and Jacko, if he ever existed, had vanished without a trace. One theory suggested that Jacko was acquired by P.T. Barnum and exhibited as Jojo the dog-faced boy in his circus. However, this appears to be incorrect, because Jojo was known as a Russian man named Fedor Jeftichu, who was born in 1868 and afflicted with hypertrichosis, which gave him long, silky facial hair. The more probable explanation is that Jacko was a hoax, used by the newspaper to drum up readership, as was common in the day. Several investigations have happened throughout the years, including one in the 1950s, where newspaper reporter Brian McKelvey interviewed a man who was alive and living in Yale during the incident. While he remembered all of the excitement, he said that his parents didn't take him to the jail to see the beast. Other senior citizens told similar stories, but none of them could produce any truly good evidence or eyewitness accounts of the creature. However, even if that was the case, the story of Jojo continues to live on, resurfacing in the 1900s and early 2000s as possible proof for the existence of Sasquatch, with the story featured in TV shows and other programs like the 1976 documentary The Mysterious Monsters, referred to in an episode about Bigfoot on the television show Ancient Mysteries that aired on A&E, and again in the TV series In Search Of. Despite a lack of any real compelling evidence, the legend of Jacko has become a well-known part of British Columbian folklore.
So what do you think? Was this an early Sasquatch encounter or just a fantastic story cooked up to sell newspapers? Remember to keep exploring, and until next time, it's time to exit through the gift shop.